the dreamscape of infinite wonders. Lily, Max, and Pippin enter the most incredible adventure yet as they step into the dreamscape, a magical world where dreams come to life. One evening, a shimmering portal appears in Lily's bedroom, inviting them to explore a realm where anything is possible. But not all dreams are friendly, and when mischievous night sprites steal the Dreamstone, the balance of the dreamscape is thrown into chaos. Can Lily, Max, and Pippin work together to find the Dreamstone and restore the wonders of the dreamscape before it's too late? This heartwarming and thrilling bedtime story will captivate young listeners, spark imagination, and teach the power of courage, creativity, and teamwork. It was a quiet evening, and Lily was lying in her bed, staring up at the stars twinkling through her window. Max had gone home after a day full of fun, and Pippin was curled up beside her, snuggled comfortably in her favourite blanket. The soft glow of her nightlight cast comforting shadows on the walls. But tonight, something felt a little different. Just as Lily was drifting off to sleep, a strange light began to shimmer at the foot of her bed. She blinked her eyes open, startled, and sat up. The light grew brighter, swirling and shimmering until it formed a glowing portal. Pippin woke with a start, squeaking in surprise as the light filled the room. "Whoa!" Lily whispered, her eyes widening. She reached out her hand, and the portal seemed to pulse in response, as if inviting her to step through. She quickly grabbed her backpack and nudged Pippin. "Come on, Pippin, we need to call Max." Lily rushed to her window and tapped on the glass, which was the signal she and Max had agreed upon for emergencies. Moments later, she saw Max's flashlight beam bouncing across the yard as he ran to her house. He climbed through the window, his eyes widening at the sight of the glowing portal. "Is that a portal?" Max asked, his voice filled with awe. Lily nodded. "I think it's a portal to somewhere magical. Are you ready for another adventure?" Max grinned. "Always. Let's go." With Pippin nestled in her backpack, Lily took a deep breath, held Max's hand, and together they stepped into the glowing portal. A rush of cool air surrounded them, and in an instant they found themselves in a place unlike anything they had ever seen. They were standing in the middle of a vast, beautiful world filled with floating islands, sparkling waterfalls, and endless colours. Giant flowers bloomed beneath a sky filled with swirling galaxies, and luminous creatures darted through the air, leaving trails of light behind them. This was the Dreamscape, a place where dreams came to life. "This is incredible," Max said, his eyes wide as he took in the wonder around them. Lily nodded, her heart pounding with excitement. "It's like we're inside a dream." Pippin squeaked happily, peeking out from the backpack as he marvelled at the glowing butterflies that fluttered past them. As they explored, they came across a large crystal tower that stood at the centre of the dreamscape. Its walls were made of shimmering glass, and it glowed with a soft, inviting light. At the top of the tower was the Dreamstone, a radiant gem that seemed to pulse with the colours of every dream ever imagined. "That must be what keeps this place so magical," Lily said, pointing to the glowing Dreamstone. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the dreamscape, and a group of mischievous creatures appeared, the Night Sprites. They were small, with twinkling eyes and wings that fluttered like moths. They giggled mischievously as they flew toward the crystal tower, their tiny hands reaching for the Dreamstone. "Hey!" Max shouted, but it was too late. The Night Sprites grabbed the Dreamstone and took off, their laughter echoing through the air. The dreamscape immediately began to change. The colors dulled, the flowers wilted, and the sky darkened as if a storm was approaching. "We have to get the Dreamstone back," Lily said, determination in her voice. Max nodded. "But how do we catch them? They're so fast!" Pippin squeaked, pointing his nose toward a group of giant dandelions that swayed nearby. Lily's eyes lit up with an idea. "The dandelions! Maybe we can use them to float after the sprites!" Max grinned. "Great idea, Lily!" They each grabbed hold of a giant dandelion stem, and with a gentle tug, the fluffy seeds lifted them into the air. The dandelions floated effortlessly, carrying them high above the ground and giving them a perfect view of the fleeing night sprites. "There they are!" Max pointed, and they steered their dandelions toward the sprites, who were darting through a forest of floating trees. The chase was thrilling. They weaved between trees, soared over sparkling streams, and dodged glowing fireflies. The night sprites giggled as they tried to escape, but Lily, Max, and Pippin were determined. As they neared the sprites, Lily called out, "Please, you have to return the Dreamstone. Without it, the dreamscape will fade." One of the sprites, slightly larger than the others, paused and looked back at Lily. Its eyes, which had been filled with mischief, softened. It seemed to realize the harm they were causing. The sprite whispered to the others, and slowly they flew back to Lily, holding out the Dreamstone. The largest sprite spoke in a soft, tinkling voice. "We were only playing. We didn't mean to cause harm." Lily smiled gently. "It's okay. But the Dreamstone is important. It keeps this place full of wonder." The sprite nodded, and with a flick of its tiny wrist, the Dreamstone began to glow once more. The colors of the dreamscape returned. The flowers bloomed, the sky brightened, and the magic of the realm was restored. Max carefully took the Dreamstone and placed it back at the top of the crystal tower. The moment it clicked into place, a wave of light spread across the dreamscape, making everything shimmer with renewed beauty. The night sprites cheered, and the largest one flew up to Lily. "Thank you for understanding," it said. "You are true friends of the dreamscape." Lily smiled, her heart full. "Thank you for giving the Dreamstone back." The sprite handed Lily a small crystal, a piece of the Dreamstone. "Take this with you," it said. "May it bring you sweet dreams and remind you of this place." Lily took the crystal, feeling its warmth in her hand. "We will always remember," she promised. With that, the portal reappeared, glowing softly, ready to take them back home. Lily, Max, and Pippin stepped through, and in an instant they were back in Lily's bedroom, the soft glow of the portal fading until it disappeared completely. Max looked at Lily, a smile spreading across his face. "That was amazing." Lily nodded, her eyes shining. "The dreamscape was more wonderful than I could have ever imagined." Pippin squeaked in agreement, snuggling back into the blanket. Lily placed the small crystal on her nightstand, where it glowed softly, casting a gentle light across the room. "Good night, Max." "Good night, Pippin," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "Good night, Lily," Max replied, giving her a hug before climbing back out the window to head home. As Lily lay back in her bed, she looked at the glowing crystal and smiled. She knew that no matter what, the magic of the dreamscape would always be with them, ready to bring new adventures, dreams, and wonders. And as her eyes grew heavy, she drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with floating islands, glowing flowers, and the laughter of mischievous sprites. Somewhere, far away in the dreamscape, the Dreamstone glowed brightly, and the realm of dreams awaited the next adventure, ready to welcome anyone brave enough to believe in the magic of their imagination.